The Ziggy cabinet was born after a study of Brazilian ceremonial jewelry of the indigenous. For centuries they have been using seeds of the trees from the forests, which are naturally colored, and they do those jewelry, and usually with different geometrical shapes, and they make different designs and shapes, and they combine the shapes between them and the colors. And after that study, I decided to create something which would translate that colors, that tradition and the shapes into contemporary shapes, and with a different concept, but into a contemporary furniture. And that's when I came up with the idea of Ziggy and started with the shapes and combining them and translated it into more contemporary colors. But it's basically, it basically came from this study on the indigenous creation on design. It is composed, it's made up in a technique of marquetry, all the external of it. So there are 2008 pieces which had to be cutting laser. They are cutting machines, and they are cutting laser. For example, if we take this little star, it's cutting this shape and those two triangles, because the machine doesn't do this corner here so precisely as we need in the cabinet. So for this star we cut 4 shapes. After we assemble it, we glue them into a counter in the painting chamber. So we glue all the green shapes and we lacquer them all together. And after we take them off, and we assemble all the furniture without finishing it to check if all the pieces are in the exactly size they should be. And after we take it off, and we start gluing the shapes and the pieces into the cabinet. So in the total, it took the fabric 680 hours to have it done. Since the industrial to the manual finish, because after they're cutting the machines, the process is all manual. I'm super happy. I love Palazzo Litta, so I love the story of the history of Palazzo Litta. And that room it's like a jewelry itself. So when I thought about it, I thought I will be presenting this, which came from the jewelry of the Brazilian indigenous into a jewelry of Baroque style, and which has itself a relation with the cabinet itself, because it's made on the design of that jewelry. And it is produced in marquetry technique, which is not Brazilian, is an European technique. So we mix them together, and we put in the palazzo in that room, and we mix everyone together. So my psychologist says I think too much, and I want to understand everything. Sometimes I keep thinking, why are we sit in benches? How we came up to bench to be what it is, but I'm all the time questioning and thinking why things are the way they are. But the research I do now and I like the most is this related to the material immaterial world, because we became mostly an immaterial world, but we deal in design with material things, and this is what I question and think the most today. So what is the connection with people, what people need from design, and what we need in our houses from the design, and what are the emotions and the sentimental connections we need to have with the design, with the furniture, with our houses, and how that connection make our lives better in this world, or in the cities. Like in São Paulo, I'm in a city with 20 million people, so it's not an easy city to be. When we arrive home, we need to have peace, and I say we must have emotion when we get home, and design can translate that. So how design deals with all this immaterial world, and this is and we pass from different ranges. We will pass from philosophy to psychology and to sociology. It's all related, The world changes so quickly today, and we have so much information that we have to deal with all that. We cannot design or project a house without thinking in all of this. And it's a challenge. This pavilion by Francis Kerr, when I saw the first time, and the first time I saw the plants in the back, I thought, wow, it's like you are outside and you are seeing the savannah, and then you get inside. When you get inside, you really feel this sentiment and this emotion, and I really feel this connection. That maybe what I feel here is that they want to make people together. We have the circles and everything leads you to be together and community to be together, what is so important today. So, and he connected contemporary references with all this tradition of Burkina Faso. So I liked the pavilion a lot. It's a masterpiece.